this whole nonsense that's been announced today, snuck out about changes to citizenship ceremonies. I've got to tell you, as the first ever federal minister for citizenship, I am astonished that the Prime Minister of this country doesn't get it. Citizenship ceremonies don't belong to councils. They belong to those who are having citizenship conferred on them. The people who attend are more important than the presiding officers, yet here he is keeping woke inner Western Sydney and Melbourne councils happy and saying maybe we'll shift citizenship and Australia Day away from January 26.
Gary, I can't tell you the number of people that I still meet in the street or the supermarket or wherever who'll say to me, oh, thank you, you were the one who presided over getting my citizenship, because I made sure that I went to those citizenship ceremonies because I thought it was so important that Australians who are making that, people who are making that decision to become Australian, that's a huge decision to make. And so I was at nearly every one. But the thing is, they appreciated it being done on Australia Day more than anything else. And the thing that really makes me gall is that's just another broken promise by the Prime Minister. He said he wouldn't, no plans to change Australia Day. Well, he's just done it. He said $275 off your electricity bill. Well, that's been a failure. He said that he wouldn't touch franking credits. Well, he has. I mean, everything he said he wouldn't touch or wouldn't do or would do and was going to be good, broken promises. So we're just going to have to wait until the rubber hits the road and people start to be affected by it. And there will be blackouts. And there will be people disappointed about their Australia Day celebrations, which most people enjoy enormously. And it's important that members of Parliament realise that they can do those citizenship ceremonies on Australia Day if they wish. And I think they ought to be the ones who are held up to about it.
No doubt about it. I mean, James Ashby, one of the things I did when I was Citizenship Minister is actually make it possible for federal members to confer citizenship. Before that, we just flicked it off to councils. And I mean, I think it's important that community-based celebrations occur and that Australia Day becomes part of other families' traditions. That's the day I became a citizen. I get a lot of people tell me why they love Australia Day. That's their day, James.
Yeah. It sure is. And people are proud to become Australian citizens and they want to do it on the day that recognises Australia. Now, we are much to celebrate here in this country about being Australian. It doesn't matter whether you're Indigenous, whether you're born here or whether you've come from another country for a better life in this country and you call it home. Australia has offered so many people great opportunities and it will continue into the future. If we go destroying this day for the sake of a very small few percentage of the people in this country, black or white, it doesn't matter. They seem to be of all shades who want to destroy this. But the one thing they've got in common is they're a very, very minor proportion of the people in this country that want to do it. I also want to point out the fact Anthony Albanese left this until Christmas to announce. He also left it at a point where there was more controversial legislation at play, hoping that this could be swept under the rug. This is typical Labor at play, and people shouldn't forget this. If you're not happy with the councillors who are pushing for this, vote them out at the next council elections.
That's exactly the answer. You're spot on. James Ashby, keep any wind turbines off that beautiful beach behind you there in Yeppoon in central Queensland. Bronwyn Bishop. Also, thanks so much for your time. Merry Christmas to you both.